Mackenzie. I've been selling my art for the last 10 years, and tonight I just want to talk about the things that I've learned that actually help move the needle forward in our art career versus the things that we might be spending way too much time on that don't actually make that big of a difference. So I know as artists, it's really easy to spend a lot of time on technical skills like perspective and color theory and human anatomy. And while those things are important to learn, I personally don't think they are the deal breakers in whether or not your art is going to be successful and if people are going to buy it. I am also a singer, and I was able to take voice lessons from one of the most famous voice teachers a few years back, and one of the things he said really stuck with me. He asked, "Who's your favorite singer?" And then he asked, "Are they the best singer?" And of course my answer was no, they're not. And then he asked, who can you think of that is the best singer? And are they your favorite artist? No. So think about that. Like, the best artist, singer, band, whatever, you probably don't like them because they're the most technically skilled, right? They connect with you on a human level, and that's why you like their music. Where like the artists that are technically skilled, they might give that wow factor, but maybe you don't actually like their music. Maybe it doesn't make you feel anything. And I just think that is such a good thing to remember when we're making art, that we all know artists that are super technically skilled, but nobody buys their art because it doesn't mean anything. And then we know artists that maybe don't have the most technical skills, but they're good at communicating feelings, and that's what makes people buy. So the things that we can do to help us actually become better artists and help our careers move forward are, number one, learning how to finish projects. This takes practice. I struggle with this because I have a million ideas always coming, and I'll start one thing and then I have an idea for another thing, and I just cannot wait to start the next idea I have. And I want to abandon what I was already excited about and move on. But we can't always do that, right? We have to commit. As hard as it is, the best, most successful artists are the ones that actually like finish paintings and get them out in the world, and they understand that done is better than perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You could work on something all day, and even if it was perfect, people might not like it. So just be done and move on to the next thing. And I've realized what a wonderful thing that is actually to be able to finish, and whether it turns out amazing and you're super proud of it, or it turns out like a total flop and you realize, okay, I'm never going to do that again, but I learned, I got it out of my system, and now I can move on to the next thing that I'm excited about. But finishing is so important. I know there's sometimes when you're working on something and like you realize that it really isn't going to go anywhere and you do need to stop spending your time on it. But there's other times that maybe you just get a little bored, or you just want to jump ship and do the next thing. Those are the times to push through and focus and just get it done. Don't make it perfect, just get it done. Get it out there. And yeah, that could be a whole nother video because there's so much I could say about that, and I'm still learning when to finish, when to pivot. All right, the next thing is learning to observe the world. It's easy to get sucked into Instagram and Pinterest and see all this art that other people are making, and it just like messes up your inspiration. Your brain just gets muddled with what everyone else is doing, and you feel confused about the directions you want to go. And maybe I should be painting this way or this subject, and I don't even know anymore what people want to buy, because it's confusing. It's already hard enough to commit, and then you see what other people are doing and you just want to change directions all the time. So if I could give any advice, it is to silence the noise of the internet. I've been off Instagram for a couple months. It's been amazing because I'm not comparing myself to like, oh, this artist is getting all this work done and I'm not, and or maybe I should be painting more of this thing that person does, or posting this way. the comparison game is wild. You don't realize until you stop, until you like get off of social media. Just stop comparing. Let your thoughts come. Sit in silence. Sometimes you don't always have to be looking at your phone. Sit in nature, listen to music. Like, don't always, I am guilty of always like listening. You're listening to this video, so thank you for listening. But sometimes I listen too much to other people's advice, and it makes it hard to find my own voice and my own inspiration. So I think a skill that we all can work on is just letting go of the noise and being present and truly noticing what's around us and finding inspiration from that, so that we can express our voice and it won't be muddled by what everybody else is doing. It'll feel more authentic. Hope that makes sense. All right, the next skill that we can work on is consistency. This one is also tricky, especially if you're like me and you have little kids at home and the days are out of your control. Sometimes they nap, sometimes they don't. You never know what the schedule's going to be. But something I'm working on is being more consistent. And consistency doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean that you have to be in your sketchbook every single day or else you're a failure. That's not what consistency is. It's showing up, it's keep trying, it's accepting failure, just keep on going. The successful artists are the ones who just keep on going. They make a huge body of work because they just don't stop. They don't let fear or failures slow them down. They just keep on going, keep putting stuff out, and people are going to find it. And the more art you make, the better you're going to get, and the more people are going to recognize your work because it becomes more and more consistent as you're making it. If you're only making a piece here and there, it's not going to be cohesive. And the next skill I want to talk about is curiosity. I think the best art doesn't answer questions, it asks them. So you don't have to know all the answers and use your art as a way to just preach at people. I think the best way to connect as humans is to realize that we don't have all the answers and to let our art bring us closer to each other in that state of not knowing, in a state of wonder and awe at the world around us because we don't know everything. So I think along with silencing the noise of the internet, like finding questions that you have about life and things that spark your interest, things that you're curious about. You don't have to learn everything about them to make good art. You can ask the questions about them, and I think that's such a magical thing when you can do that well. And the last thing is just resilience. Every project you make, you're gonna hit a point where you just don't want to do it anymore. And you want to throw in the towel and you're thinking, this was a dumb idea. I don't know why I even started this. I'm over it. You gotta push past that point. You gotta be more resilient than that and keep on going. Keep going. You have to just have a mindset of like not giving up. If you really want to be successful, keep going. I don't know how else to say it, but those are the artists that make it. They're not the ones who just do one thing and then their art takes off. Like, they stick to it. So if you really want to, you gotta stick to it. I think that's the only way. I hope this advice is helpful overall. Just while technical skills matter a lot, the most successful artists are the ones who are consistent, who finish projects, who get curious about the world, find their own voice, their own inspiration, and never give up. So if this video is helpful, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What advice have you received that has actually helped your art career move forward? And if you could like and subscribe, that'd be super awesome. Thank you for listening and happy art making.